What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. So, listen, we got a lot to talk about today. I mean a lot. But first, I want to apologize for the quality. I know it's not the best. I'm still filming on a toaster, but I'm looking to upgrade to the new iPhone 14 in the next couple of days, so bear with me until then. Before we get to the video, let me announce that I made a Discord server. A lot of you guys requested this in the last video, just because I'm trying to build a community where we can all, learn and make money together, help each other out, and talk dirty to each other. So a Discord server is perfect for that. I made that. I'll put the link in the description. I'll be honest though, it might be a disaster because I tried to set it up as best I can, but I've only used Discord once, and honestly, it was an accident. I thought it was Spotify, but that's a story for a different time. But I think it should be fine. I made the server. If I need to edit some settings, just let me know, but I will put that down below. And another thing I want to talk about is my last video did really well for me. I think this is my 5th video. And the last one did super good. I just talk about, my first month of doing SMMA, and yeah, it did good. So thank you guys for supporting that. It means a lot. And, I tried to respond to all the comments. Don't think I got all of them, but, I'll go back and respond. But I really like talking to you guys, helping you guys out, and you guys helping me out. I definitely want to keep doing this and just kind of be the guy. Not that I'm a YouTuber, but in the future, I want to be like the one YouTuber that y'all can trust, and who's not trying to sell anything. And if you need the truth, you can just come to me because I'm real. And I'm obviously not like all the other YouTubers on here, especially in this niche. Most of them, they're really helpful, but a lot of them are pretty just stale and they sound like a robot. They're just like, buy my course, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not like that. And yeah, that's really what I'm trying to do. Like I said, just build a community, and it's going great. So thanks everybody for supporting, and let's keep going. Okay, like 2 more things before I get in the video. I promise. I'm sorry I keep doing this, but I just got a lot to talk about because of the last video. Number one, first off, all the comments on last video were all positive, or like 99% of them, or I think they were all positive. But somebody asked me for proof about the $2,000 contract. So, I'm not great at editing, but I'll try to put it somewhere on the screen. And it was like a month or like 4 weeks ago. So I'll try to go back and screenshot it though, but I'll put it somewhere here if just so if you guys need proof. And if you need proof about every contract I mentioned, I'll try to provide it. But like I said, I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I'm just being real, sharing my experience, so you guys can trust me. But I'll definitely provide proof if that's something you need. Also, a lot of people ask for my Instagram. So, I was debating, should I give you guys my personal Instagram? And that's what I was doing. But I finally decided to just make a whole new Instagram. So I made a whole new Instagram account for this, and that's where I'll just post, marketing agency stuff and business stuff. And, if you guys, I'll put it in the description. If you guys want to follow that one, that's the one I'll be messaging you guys on. And yeah. So if you think that there's going to be timestamps at the bottom that say each category, you're wrong, because I really don't know how to do that. It's just going to be some raw footage. So coming in at number 1 on the no specific email. Oh, shoot. I just gave it away. The no specific order list is cold/warm email. There's a lot of controversy on this. Some people like it, some people don't. But the truth is, it just comes down to how many emails you send out. If you think that you're going to come in and send 50 emails in a week or a day and get a response, you're wrong. I think a lot of people try that and then they just end up quitting because they send 50 or even just 100 emails and they're like, oh, this clearly doesn't work. That's not true. That's not how it works. You got to send a ton of emails. Like, let me tell you this. Let's say you're an ugly and hideous person and you walk up to 50 girls and you ask for their number. Do you think that they're going to say yes and give you their number? No. But if you're an ugly and hideous person and you walk up to 500 girls and ask for their number, they're still going to say no because you're an ugly, ugly slob. But the good thing is with email is they can't see your face. So if you email businesses 500 emails to 500 businesses, there's a good chance it might pay off. So that's the thing with this method, is you're going to have to send a ton of emails and you're not going to get a lot of responses. But when you do get a response, it's likely that it could go somewhere good because there's not a whole lot of competition in this. Like, think of it like this. If a business on Instagram made a post and said, hey, we really need some help marketing. We're looking for an agency. We're having trouble. Somebody come help us. You'd get hundreds and maybe thousands of businesses DMing, or hundreds of thousands of agencies DMing that business and being like, hey, offering their services, and you'd have to compete with them. And it'd be like almost impossible to compete with all of those agencies, especially as a new business. But when you email them, there could be no business, like no agency could have ever emailed that business. You could be the only one. They could have maybe not even thought of hiring an agency. So they hear that, they're like, oh, this guy says that, his company can make me money. Like, I want to hear more about that. and then it could go somewhere great. And if that business doesn't look for another agency, then it's a really high probability that you'll get the job. Okay, so for this next method, I haven't heard anybody else on the internet talk about this. Pretty sure I invented it, so yes. But I mean, somebody may have talked about this online. I'm not sure. If they didn't though, I trademark it. Let's go. But to be honest with you guys, I really didn't want to share this at first. And when I was, going over this video, going over the best methods and thinking about which were the best methods that I was going to share, and I was drawing everything up, I was like, man, like this is one of my go-tos. I don't really want to give this away. I don't want to be competing with you guys on this. And then, I mean, kind of like right in that instance, I just slapped myself right across the face and I said, Mason, you dumb, stupid idiot. If you find a good method, so does everybody else. You don't keep anything from people. So I already made that decision not to keep anything from my subscribers. If I find out something good, so do you all. I'm here to help you guys and you guys are here to help me. So with that being said, let's get into it. Okay, I feel like I just hyped it up a lot, so don't be disappointed. But Reddit. I know you're like, what, Mason, Reddit? Listen, I'm telling you, Reddit is a great place. I use this a lot. It's just, it's so hard to find business. Like, it's easy to find businesses to contact. Like, if you want to email, you can find the business, but the business owner makes a decision. So finding the business owner is super hard to find their contact. You might need to hire somebody to do lead gen or like just scrape the internet. But with Reddit, there's so many kinds of people on Reddit and so many business owners. I can't tell you how many posts I've come across where business owners are literally just looking for marketing help. They're like, I've tried running Facebook ads myself, but I'm having troubles. Can anybody help me out? Or can anybody give me some advice? Or even if you just hear business owners just talking about their business, like, oh, we just did this much in sales, or just here's my business story, just message all those people, reach out to them like, hey man, I just opened a marketing agency, or I have this marketing agency. We work with this kind of business, blah, blah, blah. I think we can help you out. Maybe we can work out a deal. Let me know what you think, blah, blah. But Reddit's a great place. You can figure out what kind of message you want to send. I'm sure you'll send a nice, cute, sweet message. But it's really just about business owners. There's so many business owners there, and it's a great way to find them. So just join. Like, there's subreddits called business owner, small business, startups, whatever. Join those and find business owners on there. The next method on the non-specific outreach list is cold calling. I've learned that cold calling is a lot more than just an outreach method. It teaches you a lot of skills, and I mean, yeah, you can really learn a lot from it. I avoided this method for the longest time because I know it's not just me who gets nervous and like doesn't want to do it, and it makes you uncomfortable. So for the longest time, I just did what made me comfortable, and I was like, oh, I'll just do these outreach methods because it makes me comfortable and it's the easiest. But then I realized like I'm not going to be successful that way. I can't just do what makes me comfortable. And how am I going to be successful like that? I need to do what makes me uncomfortable, and I need to learn these skills. So I started forcing myself to do it. I still struggle with it, but I mean, over time it's really just a great skill. You get comfortable with it over time. I'm actually going to make a live cold calling video here soon. Somebody requested that, and I thought that was a great idea. So I'll kind of show you guys, my script or whatever, how I do it. But yeah, not only is it a great method, it teaches you a lot of skills, but it really is a great method. I mean, I think everybody knows this. Most of us kind of just need that push, like you need to cold call. We're looking for reasons not to do it, but you really should do it. Okay, this next method is probably one of the best on the list. Not that it's an unspecific order. Okay, calm down. It's an unspecific order, but this one is probably the best. And it's another one of those that I wanted to hold on to, but then I had to punch myself in the face because we don't do that. And also a lot of people talk about this on the internet, so it's no secret, but if you're not doing it, you should do it. It is the freelancer apps like Upwork, and I think the other one's freelancer.com. I've gotten a lot of my clients this way, not through the app, through my agency, but I've met them and contacted them through the app, which I'm pretty sure that's, against the rules, but just don't tell them. Sometimes you got to break the rules to be successful, but you got to hop on these apps. Let me tell you why. Because when you're cold calling and cold emailing, those methods are great. But it's going to take a lot of cold emails and cold calls. I'm not saying don't do that. You need to do that. But it's going to take a lot of emails and calls. But for this, it's going to take a lot of proposals for this too. But you have to create demand when you're making those cold emails and cold calls, and when you're reaching out to businesses, you have to create the demand. Within these apps, the demand is already there. There's like hundreds of people every day going on these apps saying, I need marketing help. Like, I need you to run ads for my business. There's business. marks all the checklist, whatever it's called. I don't know, but it checks all the boxes because there's businesses on here looking for somebody. There's business owners on here in need of marketing help. It checks all the boxes. Get on this method right now. I know I messed up my words in that clip, but I just like to use raw footage and I don't like to make a lot of cuts. So you guys are going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to deal with me. But I mean, I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. These apps are really great. There's people in need of marketing on here. It's a perfect place to go. The demand is already there. And so I guess just make a nice profile within these apps. Start reaching out to people and build a reputation within these apps. It may take some time, but once you build a reputation, you'll start getting clients. You'll start getting so many customers, clients, businesses, people reaching out to you. It'll come very easily if you have a good reputation. And you have to have good services. You need to provide good services. But if you have all that, clients will come. Okay, so this last method, it's more of a concept than a method, but you can use any of the previous methods that I've listed for this, but it's local businesses, reaching out to local businesses. You kind of already have the advantage for this because you can communicate with them and say like, hey, I live in the area, I drive by your business every day, yada, yada, whatever, whatever it is. But say something like that, like I live in the area, and you can even, I've never tried this before, but if you're super ambitious, you can go in person and talk to them or like, let's say it's just somewhere, let's say it's somebody has their own haircutting business and like that's where you've been getting your haircut for a year. You could just walk in there and get your haircut and be like, hey, look, I like your business. You do great things here, but I noticed that you need some marketing help and I could do a lot for you, and then work out a deal with them. Just stuff like that. So local businesses is good. If you're not going to go in person, which you don't have to do, like I said, I've never done that before. I'd recommend using email to do this method. I think that'd be best. So that's pretty much all the methods I have for you guys. There are a couple other good ones like Instagram and LinkedIn outreach, but I haven't used those a ton and I haven't gotten any clients or meeting with those. So I don't want to say them and list them like, I'm an expert in them and I know what I'm doing with those because I really haven't used them a lot. And I also think that all the methods I just listed are much better than those. That's why I don't use them a ton. But actually, LinkedIn outreach, I think if you know what you're doing on LinkedIn and you have an account and you know how to use it and you pay for like the monthly thing, I think that can actually be a great outreach method just based off of the research I've done. But I don't know how to use it super well. I'm still learning and I just made an account and I've done a little bit of outreach, but like I said, all the other methods I listed are, in my opinion, much better. So do those. If you do all of those, you'll be set. Or if you even just do like 3 of those and just stick to them, you will be set and good things will happen. Time for the outro. Okay. Last thing. Okay, actually, I already mentioned the Discord server and my Instagram. I think I mentioned my new Instagram in the beginning of the video. But yes, if you forgot already, really, you forgot already, be sure to join the Discord server. Also follow my Instagram or not. Just if you have questions you want to ask me, that's really what it's for, not so I can get famous or have a bunch of followers. It's just to help you guys out, for you guys to help me out. So be sure to do that. I'll try to answer all the questions I can in the Discord server. But if I don't answer them all, I'm sure there's will be a ton of people in there who know even more than me to answer y'all's questions. So that will be good. That's really all I have for you guys. Thanks everybody for watching. Again, thanks so much for all the support on the last video. I'm really grateful for everybody that watched, and I'm glad that I got to help some of you guys out who had questions. And I'm also glad that I have what seems to me like so many people there for me that when I have questions, you guys can answer them and help me out too. So I will keep you guys updated through my journey. Be sure to comment what video you want to see next, and I will make that video. All right, now I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.